Namaste guys. In this video, we are going to learn how to do thermal simulation, how to plot graphs and much more. Let's start. So first thing that I will do, I will create a part. So select top plane, click on sketch. I am making all my parts in part mode. So let's give some width and height. So in my case, width will be 200 and height will be 40. You can change the height as per your requirements. Let's make it 300. Click OK. Now go to Solidworks add-ins. Click on Solidworks simulation. Now click on simulation tab. Click on here. Click on new study. So what kind of study we are going to do? We are going to do is thermal study. So click on thermal. Click OK. Now first thing that I have to define is something called boundary conditions. So in boundary conditions basically means in what environment or place this is happening. So you need to know what is the room temperature, is there any humidity, etc., etc. You need to define every parameter. For example, what is the material of this, where is the load applied, how much load applied. So let's see. So first thing that I'm going to do is right click and apply the material. You can apply edit custom material or you can choose from favorites, but in my case I'm choosing plain carbon steel. Notice it is checked. Next is connections. Because it is a single part, so there is no need to define any kind of connections. Connections is normally used when you have multiple parts. Next is thermal loads. So what kind of load is acting on it? Let's say in my case there is a temperature load. So I will click on temperature, select a phase. I can define the temperature here. You can choose the units as per your requirements. In my case, I am choosing Celsius. Let's say 100 degrees Celsius load is applied here. Click OK. Now you can customize the mesh as per your requirement. So I'm going to make it finer for better details. Click OK. Now, now my mesh is created. Click on run the simulation. Now my simulation will run. Notice something that the hole is blue. Basically, it is saying, hey, that my temperature for the whole body is same. But it is not right because in real life, it is not happening. So, what wrong I have done? Because I have defined wrong boundary conditions. In real life, there is something called, if I go here, convection. Okay, so I doesn't define convection here. So if I define convection, so this will be some different graph. Let's go right click on thermal loads, click on convection and add convection. So select the phase other than where you applied the load. Now what is a convection? First question that comes to your mind. So convection is basically when a fluid flowing through above a body where basically heat is, so it decrease the temperature. Okay, so you can add the value how much heat it will take. Let's say I'm taking 20. And bulk ambient temperature. Bulk ambient temperature basically means what? The surrounding temperature. Okay, so it is in kelvins right now. So let's say 300. So basically what I'm saying, hey, my surrounding temperature is what? 25 degrees Celsius. Click OK. Click on run this. Now the graph value will change. Notice here the temperature is 3.731 373 times power 2, and the lowest temperature is 3.26, that is 326.02 Kelvin. So right click, uh, chart options, definitions. Instead of Kelvin, let's say Celsius. Celsius is more comfortable. So you can see at the bottom the temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. but at the top it is 53.08 degrees Celsius. So in that way you can measure. Now suppose somebody say, hey, my teacher said measure the plot the temperature graph. How will you plot it? So it's quite simple. Go to the plot tools, click on probe. Now click on add location. Suppose I want to plot the graph like this. You can see the dot points. My data is getting entering by according to the value that series I'm selecting. Okay. Now if I want to plot the graph, I simply go down, click on plot. So you can see how is my temperature varying with distance. So these are the mesh nodes number. You can see basically node value. Click OK. Now somebody say, hey, I want to see section clipping. Section clipping basically means from inside. So instead of front plane, let's clear this. Uh, let's select the right plane. So you can see from the temperature inside of it. So it's quite useful. Let's make the simulation a little bit more complex. Create new simulation study. Thermal. Click OK. Currently there is no load, there is no material. So right click, apply material. Let's say plain carbon steel. Now I want to apply thermal loads. Now in my case, I'm using heat power. Select this phase. How much watt do you want to enter? Let's say 30 watt. And select this phase. Right click, apply heat power. How much? Let's say 10 watt. Click OK. Now right click, apply convection. If I don't apply convection, the temperature of the whole body will be near about same and I don't want it. So select the phase where heat applied is not used. Apply the convection. Let's say in my case 60. Higher the convection rate, higher it will take the heat from your source. And let's say this value is 300 Kelvin. That is basically 27 degrees Celsius, I guess. Click on run the study. So you can see how it changes. And if I click on plot tools, click on section clipping, let's say the right one, right click. So you can see how it is changing. Click on here, click on ISO clipping. Suppose you want to see a value above or less than something, so you can see how it affecting your graph simulation. It's quite useful. Close this. I already taught you how to basically plot the graph. So that's for all. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you have any kind of doubts and queries, feel free to ask. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Namaste.